Hi, I'm Wanhee, and ever since I got to Korea, my physique has been getting better and better. Right now, I'm pretty happy with how I look, especially compared to how I was back when I lived in Europe. Now, I'm not saying you'll be fat if you live in Europe or somewhere else in the world, but if you apply these 5 weird Korean concepts into your diet, you'll be able to lose fat and finally get lean. Let's get into it. The first Korean concept that's gonna help you lose fat is 밥도둑. What the hell does this mean? It literally translates as rice stealer. In Korea, we have a lot of dishes that just have to be had with rice. And not only that, they demand that you eat a lot of rice, just the way it's designed. For example, kimchi jjigae, which is like this hot traditional Korean kimchi soup. There is no Korean in the world that's having that without rice. And when you have rice with it, you wanna have a lot of it because it's salty, it's spicy, the rice balances it. Another thing, which is called bayakkeran. It's like this soy marinated eggs. We literally call it drug eggs because that's how good it tastes. And this one you also want to have with rice because it's very salty, and rice egg soy sauce combination, I've talked about it many times, is like tomato basil mozzarella. It's a match made in heaven. So there are certain foods that demand a lot of carbohydrates as you eat them. Now, maybe you're not Korean, but maybe you are Indian, right? And you guys have masala curries and you just have to have it with naan and with rice. So these kinds of foods are rice stealers, but we can expand this to the whole world and call them carb stealers. There are foods in the world that just demand more carbs to be had with. Think of one in your cuisine right now. These are foods that you want to avoid. And in Korea, we say it in order to kind of say, don't be having those because that's just gonna make you eat a lot of rice. And underpinning that, there's this idea that if you have a lot of carb, it's gonna make you fat. As you know, as long as you stay in a calorie deficit, you don't have to like avoid carbs, go no carb. You can enjoy carbs like I still do. I had pizza the other day. But use this idea of the rice stealer, the carb stealer, to think about certain dishes that just demand a lot of carb consumption and try to go lower in them, because that's gonna help you stay in a deficit and eventually lose weight. Next, the next concept is called 아껴먹기, literally translated as precious eating. You know, when you're a child and you got your favorite sweet or ice cream or 팥빙수 or something like that, and you don't want to finish it too fast because you enjoy the process of eating it, and so you just have it a little bit by little bit by little bit. This is like precious eating. Why does this matter? You want to actually treat the carbohydrates in your diet a bit like this, like precious eating. I've never seen a super lean guy that has too much carbs except Michael Phelps and all these like crazy athletes that burn insane amount of calories during the day. If you're not a professional level, like really high level athlete, nobody's getting that lean to like 10% body fat, visible abs with huge carb consumption. So you want to apply 아껴먹기, which is precious eating when it comes to carbs. So what does that mean? When you have a dish, the table full of food, and there's rice and there's all these like side dishes or the main whatever, don't have a lot of carb on the plate in the first place. And when you do, just try to be precious with it. Don't have a lot of it. Apply this to your dessert as well. Brownies, ice cream. Don't just take a huge spoonful of ice cream and just stuff it down your face. Be very precious with it. Almost like you're a child and you've got that much and you got to make it last as long as possible. And that alone, because you're inherently eating for a longer period of time, is actually going to satisfy you because you think you're getting a lot, but because you're taking small portions in your mouth, it almost tricks your brain into thinking you've had a lot of carbs, but you actually haven't. You look at the rice bowl and you've only had half of it. So use that concept to have less carb. Realize how both of these concepts, we're focusing a lot on carbs because, like I said, lower carb consumption makes getting lean easier. The next concept is what is called 폭풍흡입, which literally translates as stormy absorption. It basically refers to a phenomenon where a guy eats so damn quick, it's like a storm came, wiped it, and just threw it in his mouth. We are very descriptive people. This is the opposite of what you want to do when you want to get lean. When you eat really quickly, the satiety signaling, the hormone that must tell your brain, hey, you've had enough food, that's enough, you need to go use that energy you just got from food, that has no time to act on your brain. So when you eat super fast, you can eat way over what you would normally eat and what is considered the good amount for your body, and you end up like, oh my god. This again happens with big carb dishes like huge plates of pasta, but that's why sometimes you can eat just like 2 plates of curry and just be lounging on the couch because you did stormy eating and you never allowed your body to realize that you're full. So if you do the opposite of that, what is the opposite of stormy eating? Calm, meditative eating. Imagine you're by the lake and you're just really chill and you're already kind of half full and you're talking with your friend and you're just eating like a little bit of steak, nobody's in a rush. That's the energy you want to eat with. And you might have discussions. You might talk as you eat, which will slow down your entire eating process. And this will actually make you full before you've eaten that much, which again is going to do what? Help you stay lean, get lean, lose fat. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to staying in a calorie deficit, and eating slow is going to make you eat less, which is what? Going to help you stay in a deficit. Don't do stormy eating. Be the lakeside Buddhist eating. Now, if you want to learn my exact system for getting lean and staying lean for the rest of my life, then grab Forever Lean Blueprint, which is the first link in the description. It's my diet system broken down step by step that's going to, again, help you get lean, but stay forever lean. Grab that if you are interested and you want to see exactly how I set up my diet, exactly how I cook, which restaurants I go to, and all that stuff, fun stuff broken down. Check that out. First link in the description. Next. So the next concept is 단골, which basically means like a regular in a cafe or a restaurant. When you frequent a place, like I have these few cafes and few restaurants that I go to over and over and over again. Unlike in my 20s when I used to bounce around all the different restaurants in the city, I just now go to like 5 or 6 that I like and I just repeat. And what started happening is I go to this Thai place and one day they normally give these 3 fried shrimp thing. Now they give me 4. They usually give 1 egg, but on my plate there is 2. The owner is giving me the wink wink, like I see you, you see me, you love this place, I like you, keep coming. Today I was in a cafe, they start bringing out these pistachio cake desserts as a present. I didn't even pay for it. Tanggol can play it both ways. On the one hand, it's great because when you have that relationship with the owner, you know, you can basically get free deals, so that's great. But maybe that's extra food that you don't want, like the pistachio cake, in which case, yeah, it can work against you. But the real power of being a regular is that you've sussed out what you need to do in your diet. You know the places that have the nice, high protein, delicious, healthy foods, and you are just keeping things simple and rotating between them, which means you don't get confused and make rash decisions like, hell, I'm just gonna order some pizza. You know exactly what you're gonna do, how it helps your physique, how it's gonna help you get lean, and this is absolutely critical to getting lean. Again, I haven't seen a lean guy who doesn't have a regular eating pattern. Now you might be saying, oh, well, what about my skinny friend who orders pizza every night? If you actually dissected that guy, you'll understand why he stays lean. He probably eats similar stuff over and over again, and if he has that pizza, he doesn't eat it in the evening and da. So you want to simplify your diet, and one of the best ways to do that is become 단골, become a regular in all of these restaurants. Just keep going it. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't add random things that are going to make it complicated for you to calculate. Next, it's called 맛있으면 0칼로리, and what it means is if it's tasty, it's 0 calorie. This is what Koreans say when they know they're getting fat, but they don't want to admit it. They want to kind of make themselves feel good by saying it's 0 calorie, but there's actually a really deep meaning here, and that is that there is more to food than calories and protein and a six-pack. Food is a celebration. In our culture, in your culture, in the culture of mankind, food is time when you break bread with someone. It means trust, it means love, it means sharing happiness. It's such a meaningful activity to engage in as a human being. I love that part of food. And the phrase, when it's tasty is 0 calories, it kind of holds within it this deeper meaning that food is supposed to be enjoyed. Don't worry about calories and obsessing about, oh my God, I fell off my diet. I'm such a shitty human being. I'm gonna have to like do this and that. Don't be feeling like this. Don't obsess over calories. When it tastes good, sometimes you can eat more, go a little bit over. Sometimes you just don't want to think about it and you just go eat stuff and just have a little bit of fun. This is what you want to do to get lean. It's counterintuitive, but I always tell the guys in my coaching program, hey, it's all good, just go enjoy yourself a little bit, because that in the long run is what's gonna give you the feeling of this journey is worth it. I'm not miserable all the time, I'm not stressed all the time, I actually enjoy this, I can enjoy my life and still get my results. That is what we want. That's ultimately what's going to allow you to keep the diet that you have for a long period of time. That's why I enjoy pizza, ramen, burgers, whatever the hell you want, and I can still maintain a pretty lean body. But let's be honest, you can apply these tips and get lean, but you are not getting absolutely chiseled and aesthetic unless you're training right with the right program. And that's why you gotta apply these Korean concepts with the gym. You got to be training in the gym. Maybe I'll make a video on Korean gym concepts. If you're interested in that, leave a comment below. And if you want my training system, grab Aesthetic Body Blueprint. That's also in the description below as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next week. Bye-bye.